Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at the 40.
Tight right. 180.
After the interception, here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Mike's 50. Maverick wall. Hey, watch the flat. Let's go. 12. Let's go.
Gurley again here on first down. Hopping over the top. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Justin Houston in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
12. Check. 3 down.
Now it's Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And And now Oakland ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Green, 30.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now let's go.
To throw is Martinez. To throw on 2nd down. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Let's go. Green, 30.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
You got 4. Set. Blue,
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Martinez now throwing on 1st down. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
12. 12. 12.
On 1st down, it's gone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Goff on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and fake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Just beating the play clock is gone. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
11, 17, 17, 17.
Out of the gun, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
All right, throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin with a run by Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Martinez on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got three down. Gun! Hey. All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing again, Martinez. And he comes back with one complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run. It's Gurley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Louis. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. We got three. DC.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Merlin.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Trip.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Obama.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Leopard! Leopard! Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here's Martinez looking to throw on second down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Lucky 56. We got 3,
A first down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
Get there.
Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are back within a score. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, 4 down. DC. Shell.
Goff on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
12. Hey, we got 3 down. Al, look up. 12.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
12. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down. Check back 11. Check back 11. Twos.
Goff now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. Goff now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, guys, check me out. 12. Stand up over there. 14. Hey, say hot.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
You got 3 down.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Alert! 3 down. Hey, 5.
Here's Goff now on second down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
All right. Come on now. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Maverick! Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A handoff to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
To throw is Martinez on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Martinez now off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Strong right. Louis.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Martinez over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. Room to run past midfield. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Here's Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a give to Barkley. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
You got 4. Set!
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Martinez to throw on second down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Martinez operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right. Come on now. Tight. 180. 12.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Orange. 12. 14.
Goff now looks to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
No. Check. Patriot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Over.
On third down, Martinez. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Mike, 53, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Martinez. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. From the left hash, this from 37. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. 5.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Jester.
He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration.
Listen.
But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, D. It's hot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.